forensic assessments show baby Madison may have not had micronathia in life. Micronathia is where the lower jaw is smaller than normal and is associated with many genetic syndromes and conditions. The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children released a facial reconstruction photo in 2016 with micronathia in mind. And today, we are releasing a new forensic reconstruction photo, also created by NCMEC, which may better support baby Madison's true likeness without that condition. Today, we are also asking for the public's help. Have you seen this child? Think back to the summer of 2016, maybe even before. Have you seen a little girl wearing a pink butterfly dress? Did she have a feeding tube? Did she have long dark hair just past her little shoulders? I believe that someone out there knows something. And if you have any information about her or who disposed of her remains, please call me at the Madison County Sheriff's Office here in Madisonville, Texas. That number is 936-348-2755. My direct extension is 322. Thank you again all for taking your time and being here today. Thank you to the Texas Rangers, Ranger Cash, and the FBI for all their assistance over the years. I truly believe that together we're going to solve baby Madison's case.
Thank you, Sergeant Stanford. Thank you, Ranger Cash. And thank you all for being here. Good morning. My name is Charlie Wilkes. I am a supervisory special agent at FBI Houston's Bryan Resident Agency. It has been 8 years since baby Madison's remains were found stuffed in a suitcase along I-45 near Madisonville, Texas. Although many years have passed, I can assure you that we at the FBI have not forgotten about baby Madison, and neither have our partners at Madison County Sheriff's Office or the Texas Rangers. Baby Madison is very much on our minds, and that's why we're here today. We need the public's help. We need your help. We need your help to find answers for baby Madison, specifically, who is baby Madison? That's our priority. That's the reason we're here this morning. We've been assisting Madison County Sheriff's Office and the Rangers since the inception of this case. We've provided investigative and analytical support. We've leveraged the FBI laboratory, the investigative genealogy program, analysis, evidence collection, running down leads, and we are standing by to provide any more assistance that they need till this case comes to a conclusion. We don't know how baby Madison died, and we don't know exactly when or where. I think it's important to note the fact that she was found on I-45, a major thoroughfare. It could have happened anywhere, and the body was simply disposed here in Madison County. So it's important for anybody who is watching this press release across the country, if anything we're saying today brings up memories of somebody or some kind of recollection, please reach out to the Madison County Sheriff's Office. Although we don't know when, where, or how she died, we do know that she did not deserve to be carelessly discarded in a suitcase on I-45. She was an innocent child. She was someone's daughter, someone's granddaughter, and likely somebody's niece or sister. She deserves the peace. She deserves answers. She deserves justice. And most importantly, she deserves the dignity of being properly identified and properly remembered. We're asking the public, please help us find answers. No piece of information is too small. Who is baby Madison? That's why we're here today. We ask that you take a good look at the photo, the new rendering from NCMEC, and her shirt, and see if that brings up any memories or any recollection. And if anything comes to mind, please reach out directly to Madison County Sheriff's Office. They are the lead agency in this case. If you know who baby Madison might be or who may have disposed of her body so carelessly, please call Sergeant Stanford at the Madison County Sheriff's Office at 936-348-2755, and her direct extension is 322. Thank you.
Anybody have any questions that they want to ask?
Sergeant, this seems like, I know you've been on this for quite some time. I know you have quite a bit of investment in this, but this still seems like it's really a gut-wrenching, emotional thing for you.
Absolutely. I'm a mother myself, and I drive past the place where she was disposed of every day on my way to work. I touch this case file personally weekly, and I think of her daily.
So I know that since this new evidence showing that she might not have had micronathia, that feeding tube that was found, do we have any idea who that might have belonged to?
We believe it did belong to her, but specifically the condition micronathia would not be an accurate diagnosis. She had to have some other form of medical condition to have her have a feeding tube.
Have y'all received a lot of tips over the years? I know that y'all were looking into Arizona. That might be where she, came from. Is that still a possibility?
Specifically Arizona, we eliminated those tips, but we have received hundreds of tips on this case. These tips have led us to every corner of the United States as well as other countries.
Any indication where she might be from if she's not from Arizona?
Her ancestral ties genetically are from El Salvador and Nuevo Leon, Mexico, but as far as where she was specifically raised, where she was specifically born, we don't know yet. That's where I need the public's help.
Will there be any changes to how the investigation proceeds from this point?
As far as, can you rephrase your question?
Will there be any changes to how the investigation proceeds from this point based on the photo?
We're hoping that the photo is going to mainly generate new and more leads, and we would like to have this pushed out again in every corner of the U.S. as well as other countries. And we take every lead seriously as if that lead is going to be the one that solves the case.
Sergeant, where is the child buried? Is it local?
The child is not buried yet. The child is currently still at the medical examiner's office.
Anything else?
Did we just learn that, her ties are from El Salvador and Mexico, or is there something that was always known?
Always known from the beginning of the case? No, it's not brand new information. That was something that we kind of held close to our chest as long as we could to keep the integrity of the investigation, and I think we all agree that it's important to push that information out to help generate more leads.
How vital will a new picture be for this case?
The old photo is online. It's very different from this new one. I believe the new one's going to be vital. The old photo, we just stopped receiving leads on it, and maybe this little girl is a little bit more recognizable.
Is there an employee that remembers that day in specific?
There was, and we lost him earlier this year, unfortunately, but Senior Deputy John Kendon and I talked all the time. He was the original deputy that investigated this case. Unfortunately, he's no longer with us, but there are other employees at Madison County Sheriff's Office and at the District Attorney's Office that remember the day that her remains were found, and it's talked about constantly between all of us all the time.
Sergeant, can you recall exactly where on I-45, where she was found? Remember?
As far as mileage, that should be on your press release that you will get.
Gotcha, okay.
But it is going to be on the southbound side, just out of Pasture Edge.
Thank you, everyone. I'm going to give you a hard copy of the news release. You'll also be receiving it electronically. And then I will be doing comments in Spanish for anybody who needs them. So thank you all for coming out.
Will we get a digital copy of the
Yes.
pictures?
Yeah, okay. You should get it in your email shortly, both photographs. Is there any way we can get a picture of that suitcase, or is that something that you want to
I
hold on
can
to?
send it to you digitally.
Yep, and I'll get it to them via email.
Let's
Yep,
into
yeah, you got it. right, so whoever wants to stay for Spanish, just let me know when you're ready. You good?
Cristina, por favor, para que nos cuentes brevemente un resumen de lo que acaban de indicar las autoridades en español sobre este caso de Baby Madison, este nuevo retrato que hicieron a través del Centro Nacional de Niños Desaparecidos y Explotados, y bueno, que sigue la investigación para dar con los responsables y hasta que se haga justicia por este caso.
Así es. La oficina del FBI en Bryan se une a la oficina del sheriff del condado de Madison para dar a conocer un nuevo retrato hablado de una niña que solamente se le conoce como Baby Madison. Desgraciadamente, sus restos fueron encontrados en el 2016 a lo largo de la Interestatal 45, cerca de aquí, del condado de Madison. Estamos suplicando a las personas que por favor vean bien este nuevo retrato hablado, que si saben quién podría ser esta niña, repito, solamente se le conoce como Baby Madison, que por favor llamen a la oficina del condado del alguacil Madison. No hay ninguna información que pueda ser demasiado pequeña. Sabemos que han pasado 8 años. Sin embargo, esto no se ha olvidado en la mente de los investigadores, ni del alguacil, ni del FBI. Entonces les suplicamos que si alguien reconoce, esta es una imagen de lo que podría ser la niña Baby Madison en esa época, de por favor llamar a las autoridades de inmediato. Sabemos que a través de análisis genéticos, ella tiene ADN, por decirlo así, de El Salvador o posiblemente Nuevo León, México, así que no sabemos quién es. Podrían haber estado pasando a través de Texas hacia otra parte de los Estados Unidos o al sur, a México, no se sabe. Es por eso que vean bien este retrato hablado. También el vestido que ella llevaba es muy significativo, así que si alguien recuerda haber visto una niña con este vestido, o incluso la niña tenía un aparato para poder darle de comer, que por favor digan algo. Ya sé que han pasado mucho tiempo, pero esperemos que esto pueda generar nuevas memorias, nuevas pistas para los investigadores, y que por favor le den paz a esta niña que se merece ser identificada, se merece saber cómo fue que murió, se merece saber quién fue que la dejó en una bolsa de plástico tirada a lo largo de una carretera muy transitada, y que por favor vean bien estas fotos y que hagan cualquier información que la den a conocer a las autoridades de inmediato.
Definitivamente que este nuevo retrato hablado va a ayudar a que más personas den a las autoridades nuevas pistas. ¿Pudieras también recordarle a toda la comunidad que nos puede estar viendo en televisión, redes sociales, dónde pueden contactar a la policía para ofrecer nuevas pistas sobre este caso?
Sí, esperemos que este es un nuevo retrato hablado. Se había dado a conocer uno anteriormente donde se creía que la niña, según análisis también forenses, podría haber tenido la mandíbula más pequeña, la mandíbula de abajo más pequeña que la de arriba. Se ha determinado que no es el caso. Así que por favor vean bien este nuevo retrato hablado. Cualquier información de la identidad de Baby Madison, que llamen a la oficina del alguacil del condado Madison al 936-348-2755, extensión 322. 936-348-2755, extensión 322.
Por último, los restos de esta niña fueron hallados a finales de 2016, ¿correcto?
Los restos de Baby Madison fueron hallados en eso de octubre del 2016, pero se piensa que esos restos permanecían en una bolsa de plástico desde hace varios meses. Así que por favor generen esas memorias del verano del 2016. Repito, fueron restos hallados en unas bolsas de plástico y luego en un beliz. Así que, repito, no sabemos cómo murió Baby Madison, no sabemos quién la dejó en esas condiciones ni en esta carretera, pero ella se merece mucho más.
Así que por favor ayuden a identificarla. Posiblemente tendría entre 2 y 5 años de edad, cabello largo, negro, grueso. Repito, podría ser con lazos a El Salvador o Nuevo León, México. Si la reconocen o saben quién pudo haber despojado de su cuerpecito, que por favor llamen a la oficina del condado de Madison.
Háblanos un poco más sobre este retrato. ¿Esto es como se viera ahorita o como se viera en el 2016?
Sí, este nuevo retrato hablado es como ella tal vez hubiese sido cuando falleció. Repito, no tenemos la edad exacta, pero podría tener entre 2 y 5 años de edad. Pero este es un retrato hablado generado de análisis forenses de ADN que podría ser el retrato de Baby Madison cuando ella falleció. Bien, ok, mil gracias.
Thanks, everyone, we really appreciate you.
Christina, thank you.